What's up, Juventus? Alberto here. This is the AJC, your channel locked in on Juve. June 21st, first day of summer. I got all your Juve news, all right, but we're going to kick things off with an ex-Juve player, a legend of the game, Roberto Baggio. As if the Azzurri-Spain game wasn't bad enough yesterday, okay? We get more bad news because during it, Roberto Baggio was robbed at gunpoint in his family's home, all right? So he tried to fight back and actually was struck in the head by a gun, locked in a room with his family, okay? And the thieves ransacked the home. Now, luckily, none of his family members were hurt or injured, okay? But Roberto Baggio, after being struck, obviously, once breaking free when the coast was clear, out of the room they were locked in, contacted the police. He is being treated in hospital for his injuries during the altercation, all right? So it could have been much worse, but still awful news, and thoughts and prayers go out to Roberto Baggio and his family, all right? Now, we get to some more, hopefully, uplifting news around Rabiot, because many of you, the majority of you, want to see him gone. Well, the news is there is less optimism around Adrian Rabiot renewing with Juve, okay? Apparently, Juve is around 7.5 to 8 million already, and Rabiot's agent slash mother is going to ask for more fees on top of that, all right? In which it is expected Juve is just going to simply say, see you later. And apparently, they could be saying see you later anyways because they wanted an answer already by now. And are they finally going to move on to some of the alternatives? Well, the reports would suggest that because apparently important contacts with Kefren Turam have been made by Juve as we speak, all right? So we will see if they are finally going to turn the page on the Rabiot renewal saga with another renewal saga, Chiesa. The latest from Guido Vacciago, editor of Tutto Sport, he claims that we are going to lose him. He says all signs are indicating that this will not continue because Juve is not going to budge from the one-year renewal at the same money. And they're not going to do so because Motta is absolutely fine if Fede Chiesa leaves. Now, in terms of where he would pin his move, says Bayern Munich seems to make the most sense, and there is interest there. As far as Roma goes, they don't have the money to meet the demands from Juve. In terms of Napoli, they're not in Champions League. Bayern Munich makes the most sense, according to Guido, and really, logically for all of us, it makes the most sense. Best opportunity probably for Fede Chiesa, all right? So will it happen? We have to still wait and see because nothing's going to probably come out until after the Euros. But Guido Vacciago says we are going to lose him, all right? Now, in terms of Douglas Luiz, the move is heading for the final stages. The medical is next up on deck, and Juve is sending a doctor to the States where the Copa America is taking place to get the medical done with Douglas Luiz. In terms of Ilin Jr. and Barnechea, who have been added in the deal, there could be a sell-on clause added in as part of this move, and Juve is going to work on those details currently, all right? If we can get a sell-on clause for those players as well, that would be brilliant work, all right? So let's see that. In terms of McKennie, who was originally part of this deal and then was taken out because of his unwillingness to work with the clubs, well, he's got a new offer. Cincinnati from the MLS, all right? Hey, I was saying the entire time, bad business move, saying no to Villa. This is your immediate offer after saying no to Villa. Cincinnati apparently going to come in with an offer of 15 million euros to Juve, all right? And it is expected that that is not going to be accepted even by Weston, all right? But look at this. The crappy thing in all of this for Juve is we are not going to see the funds that we would have got for the player in that Aston Villa deal, all right? In terms of for Weston McKennie, he will have options and he will have offers coming in. It is also being reported that Conte wants to bring him in to Napoli, and so does Mana, all right, who left us to become their sporting director. So there could be something coming from Napoli in terms of trying to sign Weston McKennie, okay? But is that really much better than Cincinnati? Hey, with your dynasty. Look, anyways, all signs are pointing to a lead between Juve and Weston McKennie, but now for Juve, it's a matter of finding the best deal possible. I don't think it's going to be as good as the numbers we got in that Villa deal. And for Weston McKennie, it's going to be best club available, but I don't know if it's going to get better than Villa. We will have to wait and see. Now, in terms of Palladino, new bench boss at Fiorentina, he wants Moise Kean, as he did at Monza during the winter mercato. Now he wants the man at Fiorentina, but there is still Bologna lingering in the background. And if I'm Juve, as I told you all, push for a move to Bologna and try to work, as they have one of the main targets you want to see. And don't let an own goal ruin it, all right? If anything, let that bring the price down, all right? But bring me Calafiori. Moise Kean, all eyes will be on that move. All Juve is trying to do is break even at 15 million euros, all right? Will they do it? Let's see. And that wraps up your news break. You know the drill. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, join our AJC army, but let's mix it up in the comments. I want to hear from all you what you think about today's news. Do you agree with Guido Vacciago? Do you think we are losing Fede Chiesa? Something still tells me he will remain. It's odd. But Rabiot, time to move on. Do we all agree? Let's mix it up. And tomorrow morning, we're live 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. Hope to see you all there as we recap all the news, share all our opinions amongst the panel, and talk about the Euro 2024 tournament thus far. As always, until tomorrow, fino alla fine, forza Juventus. Ciao tutti.